my man. We're finally back at the Sheets Cup Series for race 10. We're going to Las Vegas this time. Caden Atkins is the pole sitter, and everyone else. We have a lot of laps that are pretty similar that I see, but let's get this show on the road. Alright, as they line up, Caden on the inside, Jerry on the outside. I want to give a quick little shout out to Logan York in the 98 making his series debut. He'll be in the fourth row with Grayson Acevedo in front of him and Jake Michael behind. Get back to the front here. The pace car pulls off and the field is ready to go green. Let's go racing, boys. Great start by the 20 and the 99 there. See Demi Bonson, not sure if he wants to make a move for the lead. Probably does, but it's too early. 3 wide behind us. As Grayson gets to the inside of Jerry. Ooh. Pretty good in lap 1 already. Demi still following Caden around. Jerry put to the outside of 3 wide as we got a big group here. As Jesus Hernandez making a move on Logan York, and look at that one racer making it work on the bottom. Vent Nation stuck in the middle. Kurt Busch hanging around the outside. Even further back here you see Sam and Oscon making progress on the bottom. Oh man, last week's winner Damian Blue joining the fray. Pretty aggressive on the start. We see Jerry continuing to fall back here very quickly. Switch up our camera angles here. Also open the leaderboard, see who's up front, see who's near the back. B-Man NASCAR stuck in the middle now. He's been known for knocking off lots of top 10s, but without a single top 5. He'll be looking for a great day today. Carter Friesen, last in points, wants to turn his season around as quickly as possible. Look at Zach Ryan. The 10 car got a win at Auto Club, but it wasn't him in it. It was Danica Patrick, but he's hoping to get a second win for the team. 42 of Jelly Greenland. Doing pretty good, but he's going to fall out of the top 10 now. Let's go back to the lead battle as Caden Atkins continues to lead this race. Having a pretty good day. Hasn't had one since Daytona, but who knows what will happen. Grayson in second, Demi to third, and Jake Michael to fourth. See, Jesus Hernandez, he's having a great season. Ever since the win at Rockingham, he's turned up. Now he's up to 5th. Still green. Yep. I see Grayson challenging for the lead here, trying to get lower than the 20, but not going to work that time. See Jake Michael going for third. 27 making some ground so far. Grayson continuing to try to knock down the lead here from Caden. He's there. He just take a look at that gap. He's got it down to about 1/10 of a second, but got nothing beyond that. These two still side by side for third. Demi's not giving up the spot that easily. But Jesus Hernandez and Logan York have kind of caught this battle, seeing if they can make any progress from it. And Demi does hold on to third. And now Grayson all over the back bumper at Caden. Kind of got single file here, so let's see how they did. There was no real battles except near the real back there is, whoa, 21 of Ox. That's not bringing out a caution. Something happened to the 21. Oh, we got real slidey in front of the 88. And he is stopped on the back stretch. Will stay green. That was an unfortunate day for the 21. He was having such a good comeback story, but now it seems as though he'll be going some laps down in the early goings of this race, as the 43 is continuing to make progress to no avail. Look at Logan York in the top 5, trying to mix it up with Demi here. There's a little bit of a mini group behind him, but nothing too terrible, I suppose. Take a look at Ox's situation. He'll be 1 down, probably 2. Yep, he went a second lap down. Not sure if he'll make a return to the track, but I would assume that he would. He didn't suffer any damage. Meanwhile, Grayson has just been stuck behind this 20. I think he's faster than him, but he's just not fast enough to get a run and pass him. So it's a little frustrating to be the 43 here. Kind of giving him room, not really bumping and running him. Not really seeing any people high in the points up front today. It's rather strange, but nice change of pace. Say B-Man NASCAR, he's just knocking down another top 10, but need to get higher positions than that. It's 1 point per position, but 2 points per position inside the top 10. Not sure if Caden was running a higher line there, but he's doing everything in his power to hold off this 43, who has just been all over him. It's just been within 15 hundredths of a second every time. And if you can look at the lap times, the tire fall off is really starting to come into its own. Not sure how these guys ran 29-second qualifying laps. The fastest lap of the race was set by Grayson, so it makes sense that he's knocking on down the door of the 20. He thinks he's the fastest, but just doesn't have the open track to show for it. Just taunted by that Home Depot logo on the back of that orange car. Speaking of, actually no, that doesn't segue into pit stops at all, but they do need to make pit stops. Here they can't really go that much further than 20 laps. What? And here they come, Jake Michael, Jerry, and Josh Drake begin the pit cycle as the top two just going all after each other. Use a more broader camera angle to see who's going to pit, who's not. And take a lot of takers. Demi Bonson stays out as most of the field goes to pit. So Demi is your leader, with Carter Friesen in second and Toad Warrior in third. Let's take a look at pit road to see if there's any calamity here. Everybody who is pitting seems to be pitting in a rather fine ordeal. Here come the second wave of cars down pit road. They probably will not take issue with the guys who are coming in, so Demi Bonson rolls it down pit road right into his stall. Whoa, Vent Nation looking like he may have had a little trouble there, but I think he's good. What about those guys that came early? Where's Jake Michael on track in comparison? Jake Michael looks to be ahead of this battle between Grayson and Caden, so whoa, tons of cars on pit road there coming off. Yeah, Jake Michael's being scored ahead of the 20 and the 43. I want to keep a look at this battle. We might be seeing a new rivalry form in front of our very eyes, but it's mainly just Grayson being pissed off that the 20 is just in his damn way. And after the cycle, Jake Michael is the leader. So it turns out early pitting is worth it. Jerry has reclaimed a spot in the top 10, and Josh Drake has moved all the way up to 19th after that pit stops. Let's get an update on Ox. Ox is currently 3 laps down in whatever land he went to. It's a bad race for him. Alright, let's go over the current high points drivers. So Born Ready, who has had ruthless consistency as the points leader, has not had a good day. He's 25th now, but that can all change. There's still a lot of racing left. Ryan Caggiano, the one who's trying to catch Born Ready, isn't really making good progress on him. He needs to have a significantly better finish than Born, but the guy he wants to beat is right behind him, so it will be a small gang, not really a large one. Robbie Gordon, who's currently one of the open seats of our league, is doing really good compared to those two. Might knock some ground to make up to get the points lead, but who knows? I'm not really a big fan of unsigned drivers doing good. B-Man NASCAR kind of faded back to 15th after that cycle, but still on his A game. You know, you never know what he's gonna do. He might get himself back into the top 10 sooner or later. And now we go to Jesus Hernandez. He's having a pretty solid day. He's not really continuing a hot streak like he is, but you give him some time. I think he might be in contention for the points lead before this is all said and done. Jerry getting another one of his signature top 10s like B-Man, but you need that X factor in order to really turn up when it matters. The 31 is having a really crappy day. That pit stop might have drug him back to the depths in the 30s, so not really cashing it in for Dino Racer. Vet Nation. Yeah, Vet Nation is also not having a good day. You see he's busy with Frodemar there, but both of which are in the low 30s, which is hardly anything when it comes to this luck of the draw stats. Vet Nation will probably need to rebound from this as quickly as possible. Jonathan Martin having a not so good day. He's in 27th, which will need to make up more ground if he wants to really elevate himself throughout the points. And last but not least is Josh Drake, who is in 20th right now. Not sure if he has a good car, but he'll probably use pit strategy to circumvent his speed, or lack thereof, as you see that one racer making a move on him. Alright, let's go back to Caden. And Caden had caught Jake Michael, and Grayson passed him as well, so the 20 is back to the front. But seeing the 43 is maybe doesn't have a long run car, or maybe he got hung up by the 27 of Jake Michael, but either way, these three have been all up front all day long. Take a look to see if there's any lap traffic. I think the closest to it is Jelly Greenland. That's actually Ox, but putting him another lap down would be pretty cruel, so not really sure, as Jake Michael wants to get second back. There's a huge gap between the top three and fourth place of Samet Ozcon. Ooh, they're racing pretty close together though. 4th, 5th, and 6th. Ooh. It's been pretty spread out ever since the pit cycles have started happening. Let's go back to that top two though. You see Bourne ahead of the 17, which that's probably what Bourne wants this race, is just to be ahead of the people who are giving them the most hell when it comes to points. So back up front, Jake Michael is giving hell for second place. He wants it back. Jake Michael has felt robbed of several race wins, but he'll get there. He has the speed. Might be today. Down the back, side by side with Grace and Acevedo. Ooh. This is a tricky situation. Take a look at his chase view. It's like, does he want to try to pass him when? Thinking turn one, but every opportunity you get to fail a pass on Grayson Acevedo is an opportunity for Caden to just waltz away with the lead. So, not really sure who you're helping here, buddy. As the 21 of Ox goes down pit road. That's probably a scheduled stop. Can load more cars on the track at once without lagging. So you can see pretty cool moves that happen, like Jake Michael taking second from Grayson. Now we just have to take a look at the gap. It has to make up about a second, 1 full second for the lead, and that is, oh man, something that Jake Michael probably going to dread, having to make up so much time because someone held you up. Tell you what, Caden probably needs this win more than you'd think, because he's been taking a tumble in points after the Turtle Beach race, and this will definitely right the ship, so to speak, as looks like Jake Michael's making his pit stop. See Jerry follows him in, and Kevin Carter tries to make this cycle work, as see Josh Drake comes in as well. We go all the way back up front. See the majority of drivers. Jelly Greenland's in this time. A lot of drivers are in, but Carter Friesen takes the lead as whoa, more drivers are doing the stay out more strategy. See Demi Bonson in second with this group behind him. Christian Milena is on this later strategy alongside Joe Nemechek. I feel like pitting now probably optimal as Carter Friesen leads him in, but Christian Milena stays out another lap, refuses to be on anyone else's strategy, supplements it with his own. Broadcaster goof there. See the 42 coming off this time, but shouldn't matter as the 47's coming in this time. You have to, like, bruh. As everyone else makes their moves on pit road. Not sure if 30 already made his stop. 24 is getting service. It's F4 Ace. A lot of drivers. One thing you hate as a driver is when you're just trying to get off pit road and you just look up at the track and see everyone else just steamrolling by you. Take a look for the leader. Christian Milena is being scored at first place, but it will be Jake Michael who will take the lead with extreme prejudice. Just looking at all the cars passing the 47 as they roll by. That's what I mean. If it sucks, just wanting to get up to speed, but you can't because you're just on pit road getting service. So Jake Michael is the leader once more, running a 30.8639. Not really sure who's the fastest, but Juan Garcia has really honed it in as of late, and so has Zach Ryan. As everyone else is within 20 seconds of a lead. Jelly Greenland's kind of fallen, having a bad day. Not as bad as Ox, though. Caden is kind of fallen back on that pit cycle and now has to make up all that ground to get back to the lead again. See Juan Garcia, Carter Friesen kind of stuck in there. Is Juan making it 3 wide. Hello, 18. Whoa, looking like he's getting a little close to the 20 there. He's got some hard racing for some high positions. Like one battle back, and you see Custer trying to clear this group here. But, oh man, I think Juan Garcia's made his way to third now. Whereas Grayson and Jake Michael trying to catch each other or run away, depending on who you are. But Juan Garcia has been the X factor here. But when it comes to fastest laps overall in the race, Jonathan Martin set a very fast lap. But Juan Garcia is the fastest of all the people up front, so he's going to be the one to keep your eye on, at the very least, even though Jake Michael is a pretty fat lead. Look at Carter Friesen not giving up. Up to 4th place. He might try to shake off that last place points moniker. And I would too. Probably sucks being last in points. But just look at Jake Michael's rear chase. They look far away now, but give it about 5 or 10 laps and they'll be on your back bumper. As Grayson running a 30.998, Jake Michael with 31.1, and Juan Garcia with a 30.87. I want to take a look at someone in particular, Christian Molina. Seeing their lap times compared to everyone else's, because Christian pitted late compared to everyone else. And from the looks of it, he's putting those tires to good use. Keep an eye on him later. For now, let's go back to 18, who is making his move for second. And I'd be nervous if I was Jake Michael right now, because Grayson was not the fastest car this run. And you're even slower than him, so if someone can get around Grayson and then just take off, then they're going to reel you in a heartbeat, as the lead has been cut down to about 1.24 seconds. Now, Juan Garcia ran a 31.1. Jake Michael ran a 31.2. But if they're both clear of traffic, then we'll truly see how screwed the 27 is going later in this run. Yeah, he put a pretty big dent in his run there, but one thing I remember about Jake Michael is he's an early pitter. He pits early so he can have fresher stuff when everyone else is on garbage out there. But after everyone else pits, when he got done pitting, like these long runs is when he has inferior stuff that someone like Juan Garcia can easily reel him in, as LW Wright is on pit road. LW Wright is 4 down. That means that Ox will make up a position here, passing the 32. But going back to this lead battle here, definitely got to worry, because long run, your stuff's crappier than Juan's, and I think Juan Garcia is making it very clear that he is on a mad charge for the lead. But these guys, they still have to make one more stop. Caden now back to 5th, Zach Ryan 6th, Custer 7th, Christian Russell 8th, Salmon Oscon 9th, and Kevin Carter rounds out the top 10. Jake Michael Yeah, you remember how small those cars were in his rearview mirror about like some laps ago? Whoa, who is that on the bottom lane? Is Jerry really making his pit stop that early, or does he have an issue? I think that Jerry genuinely short pitted that early. But Jake Michael is still out on track, and he's got a rear bumper full of Juan. And Juan is going to make his move heartily. So easy. Not sure if he's going to make it stick, but he's going to try, goddammit. And if you're Jake Michael, then you do not want to be on the outside lane in a few laps, because you'll get cock blocked from pit road, and you either have to wreck your way to it or risk running out of fuel waiting for an opening. So this is not the position you want to be in if you're the 27. As far as everyone else is concerned, the 18 is just gone with the lead until green flag pit stops come back. Man, nobody saw the 18 coming. And now it's a reversal of fortune for Caden, because now the 43 is in his way. So maybe Grayson and Caden won't like each other after this race. Yeah, give them boxing gloves and see who sticks. Meanwhile, the terror of being stuck on the high side out to dry is becoming more apparent for Jake Michael, as he's gonna not go 3 wide, so he's just stuck running laps just tirelessly. Kevin Carter, Josh Drake made their way to pit road, but not Jake Michael. He's just stuck like a beached whale. Oh my God, Zach Ryan. He does clear Zach Ryan. I think these guys around him are going to go to pit road this time as well. Nope. Jake Michael and Zach Ryan come together with Damian Blue. Seems as though everybody's trying to stretch it a little further. Sislak is in. B-Man is in. And a lot of kind of back of the pack guys are coming in. But as we approach 8 to go, what about the leaders? Feels like the top 3 are coming in, and a lot of guys up front are coming in, except for Carter Friesen. Carter here continues to lead. Big lead over second place of Joe Nemechek. And a third of Robbie Gordon in this little mini pack here. See Carter coming to pit road this time. Carter comes in. Joe Nemechek comes in. Pretty much the people you'd expect, but Jelly Greenland has already made his stop, but it's Christian Molina staying out. He's not gonna make it on fuel. At least I don't think he will. Just asinine to risk this late strategy. Will he take less tires and fuel? It's about half a run for Christian Molina, but it's not a winning strategy, but it's a strategy, alright. Take a look at where Grayson Acevedo ended up on track. I think Grayson actually has a pretty good strategy here for himself. Could this be the day Grayson pulls it together? See a lot of guys he's been racing stuck in a pack back there. Could this be Grayson's day? I do think Christian Molina is just now coming off pit road, so Ooh, somebody in front. That's Carter Friesen. Carter Friesen has taken the lead, but oh man, this is going to be Carter's big breakout win if he can pull it off. The 55 team has gone through so much hell in the first 9 races. They have been beaten, humiliated, and are far and away the last place points team. But a win today could change everything and put them on the right track to redemption. If Carter Friesen can pull together and maintain a 2.83 second lead, he'll be one of the most shocking upset winners of the season, as Grayson falling like a rock. What did he take, 1 tire on his pit stop? Jesus. 30.799 for him, a 31.49. So Carter Friesen significantly slower than the 18, but man, he just has to give up 3 good laps, and it's all she wrote. But Juan Garcia is not making that job easy for Carter Friesen. To see that M&M's car looming in the background. Oh man. If Kevin Carter can hold on, I don't have any words. Let's take a look at the gap. 1.61 down to a 0.94. That's about 7/10 of a second he just lobbed off right there. And if the 55 wants it, he's gonna have to fucking earn it. But oh god, heartbreak again. It's still a good finish, but it's not gonna be the win they want. White flag for Carter Friesen, and Juan Garcia is there. He's right on his ass. He's gonna have to put up blocking of a lifetime. Nope. The 18 looks inside. He's there. That's game. That's game for Carter Friesen, as Juan Garcia sails past the 55 and wins at Las Vegas. Oh man. Something wrong with Jerry's final pit stop, because he was barely on the lead lap there. He almost got taken a lap down by Juan Garcia, but man, this is going to be a standing shuffler. Alright, let's wait for the standby to finish, and we'll look at the final results right about now. Juan Garcia is the winner. Zach Ryan with a runner-up finish here. See a lot of familiar faces in the top 5. Grayson fell back to 8th. As not bad finishes for some of our familiar faces inside the top 20. Caden unfortunately got an 11th though. And some unfortunate victims to poor pit planning. Must have been some unscheduled pit stops for Josh Drake and LW Wright. Ox. They're going to be carrying the weight of this poor finish on their shoulders for quite a while. But that'll do it for another race in the Sheets Cup Series. Points are in the description, and the Discord server is also in the description. Linked below, something like that. Congratulations, Juan Garcia, and we will return whenever we feel like returning. It took weeks for me to upload again. Jesus Christ.